This is TWiT.
Look at the size of this. This is one of the biggest Chromebooks out there.
It's massive for a Chromebook.
It is massive. Oh, let me log in here. Don't look. Don't peek.
No peeking.
I will, normally with a Chromebook,
password.
I will attach it to my Android phone, but my Android phone right now is sucking
that a
helium.
15 or a 17 inch?
It looks like 17, doesn't it? And look at the size of the bezels, man. But this is a 1080p 15-inch display. And I think the price is right. This is $399. With that, you get, they call it a Pentium. They used to call them Atoms, I think.
Yeah.
It is an N4200. It is quad-core, 1.1 gigahertz, 4 gigs of RAM. There is no 8 gig option. I like to see, for high-end use, more RAM in a Chromebook, but 4 is fine.
I don't know if I would target a $400 device at high-end use.
Yes, exactly. I think for, I'm always trying to get less sophisticated, especially elders, to use Chromebooks. They're more secure. They have the power wash. For banking and surfing and email, the kinds of things, simple uses, a Chromebook is great. No security issues at all. But often they say, oh, but the screen is so small. So this is a good alternative.
Right.
And it is a spin. So they've got the 13-inch spin, which is also unibody aluminum. And this does the same thing. So you can go in tent mode, you can go in tablet mode.
Nice.
If you're watching Netflix, it's great. Notice it immediately reversed.
I mean, one of the things I would just want to amplify what you said is I know people who are very deep in computer security, and they have configured their small offices with Chromebooks.
They're secure.
Yeah.
And if anything goes wrong,
I mean, until somebody finds the incredible, awesome, amazing flaw, but Google seems to be working pretty hard to prevent that.
Well, I think, unfortunately, Google is doing a little bit to reduce Chromebook security. When a Chrome OS just ran the Chrome browser, you'd have to get a malicious extension on the Chrome browser.
Right.
But this and most new Chromebooks now run the Android store. That means there is always the option to download a malicious Android app.
Well, I mean, we'll use the feeling words in the group today, people.
What do you feel?
I feel that the Android store is becoming a little more secure.
Absolutely.
I think it's much. I think China. I think we saw some really nasty stuff in China a couple of years ago. I don't think it's as bad, but I will say, you might want to monitor what people install on these if they're kind of extension happy.
Well, and also remember that it's the Android store kind of in emulation. So it's a little sandboxed. The other thing you can do, and you can do it on this, is you can now run Linux on these, which means command line applications. There's a Crostini project, which allows you to put Debian Linux on here. In addition, without reducing security, not going into an insecure developer mode, but literally have Chrome OS, Android, and Linux command line apps on one device. That's kind of an interesting mix of usage. This is big and heavy. This is like, the desktop replacement. But at the price, it's a nice, solid design. I like the kind of...
It's got texture.
Matte texture, unibody. It's not unibody, but aluminum top. I really think that screen is great, especially for people for whom readability is high priority. It's 1080p. And man, the battery life, even though the battery is not hugely bigger than the Swift 7. It's a 4670 milliamp hour battery, 3 cells. You're going to get, and truthfully will get, they say 13 hours. You're going to get about 10 hours on this thing. Wow. The Chromebooks are pretty, scant in their use of power. I think that, and even with this big display.
They're not exactly big phones, but they're kind of like big phones.
Yeah, they are like big phones. It's a fanless design too, which means it'll operate quiet. 360-degree hinge means, you can do it in all those modes. And I have to say, I'm
just double-checking for the headphone jack.
What I love to see is the variation we're starting to see now in Chrome OS.
Yeah.
Laptops, desktops, tablets. Google, of course, now has a tablet, this Pixel Slate. And that is good because I think the Chrome experience is very good, and the Chrome OS experience, and I think that more people should use these. Well, you see a Type-C power adapter there, which is nice. It means you can charge it with almost anything. Type A, USB. Really, connectivity is not premium on these kinds of, at a premium in these kinds of devices and even a micro SD card, so you can get more storage in here as well.
Well, also you can pull photos off your camera or something like that.
That's right. Yeah.
I mean, part of it's also is there's a generation of people who grew up with these in education.
In schools.
And are now looking to buy these as adults, or maybe they're just like, well, why would I buy a MacBook? Why would I buy a Windows machine?
Save your money.
Use Chrome.
Be more secure. I think a Chromebook is a great idea, and this is a very nice. That's the Acer Spin 15. The Spin 13 just came out, and this is one everybody's been waiting for. Unibody design. We'll try to get a look at one of those as well. $399 as equipped, 15.6-inch. Nice Chromebook.